Hi, Barb.
Hi, how are you?
I'm sleepy.
I got up at 5 to go shopping.
Oh,
I,
wow.
I wanted to do an Instacart for us and one for my mom,
Oh, okay.
but I already took a nap.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Are you working or not?
We had Zoom meetings yesterday about what next week's gonna look like.
Yeah.
Um, if I talk about it, I'll get so riled up.
Okay, then
Yeah,
never mind.
yeah,
I'm once you have a Zoom meeting with your students, you'll feel better
yeah. Okay.
because they're still them and they're like happy to see you. So that because I was listening to all the stuff from the district and the other teachers, and I was like,
Yeah,
and then I met with my kids a couple times. And I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
That's all I got for you. Otherwise, don't listen to those idiots.
I know.
Listen to Christine. Hi,
Yeah.
Christine.
Yeah,
I was talking about you when you came in.
what am I saying?
I saying she shouldn't listen to all those other teachers and her bosses, and she should listen to herself and her kids and you.
Yeah.
Us?
Just listen to you. That's it.
Especially me.
Especially you.
At least for the next hour and a half. How are you, Christine?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm getting caught up finally. It's just been such a whirlwind of newness and scrambling. And I think it's kind of settling down a little bit. So I feel like, oh, okay. Let me
Du gehst jetzt trotzdem. Du schickst ihn jetzt trotzdem hin.
say that again.
Or maybe
Huh? Maybe that wasn't to us.
Good assumption.
I was like, what? Was
that
yeah, so it's just been a little crazy. I'm waiting to hear about the loans and the, financial assistance and stuff. Like you apply, but it just feels like it's just.
Mama, es geht ja nicht um dich und was ihr durchgesprochen habt. Es geht darum, ob der Virus an dem Tag mit dem verdammten Virus.
I think that is German. Hi, Vera.
Was sind das an dem Tag zu der Stunde?
Anyway, yeah, it just feels like it's out there in like a black hole of unknown space. Like who knows what's happening with it. So I hope that we do something, but I don't know. Like it just seems like there's so many people and so much. Like I did 2 different ones though, so.
Für meine Yoga-Klasse.
Going.
1 Uhr.
Yeah.
We need you.
1 Uhr.
I don't think my husband would still be alive if I didn't have yoga.
Right.
Das geht jetzt gar nicht. Ich werde dich morgen anrufen. Ja?
Yeah, something to take the edge off. I'm happy that I can come to the studio for a couple of hours, and get away from my kids. Not really my kids so much as Zara, just the one. I love her, but at the same time, I'm like, I need a break from you for a little bit.
Well, at least you have the chance.
Yeah, I have the opportunity.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. She's good. She's sweet. She's just, 17 and just everything.
Exactly. And they have still more energy than we have, and it's annoying.
Yeah, it is kind of.
It's also insulting.
Right. I'm staying my mat and just making sure it's in a good spot. Okay.
Yep.
Work. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. I think it's time. Hey, Joe.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. How's everybody doing this morning?
Cold.
Well, I know. I turned the heat on in here because it was too cold. I'm like, I don't care if it's just me. For a couple of hours, I want it to be warmer. Any requests? Anything in particular anybody wants to do?
Upper back. Here.
Upper back. Okay. Oh, yeah, we should be able to do that. Yeah. Any other thoughts or ideas or parts of your body that need to move or do something? Oh, I feel like it's sort of the whole thing at this point, you know? Yeah, we're all doing so much less, or I feel like I'm doing so much less that, yeah, I don't know. I can't decide if my body likes it or not. Like I'm always sore, and I was always so, but so now I'm sort of less sore, but like, do I want that? Or so I'm kind of in that in between phase. I can also turn the other one on. All right, let me give a little brightness. Okay. All right, so that's it. Nobody has anything else they want to add to that discussion. Go ahead and lie down. I am going to, here we go.
Hi, Julie.
You guys. Oh yeah, hi Julie.
Hey.
Hi Rachel. I think TM is Terry. Hi Terry. I'm guessing, I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Anyone else want to add anything? Okay. All right, I'm going to mute you for now, and then we can unmute at the end. And you can unmute yourselves at any point if you want to. If you have something that you would like to say. All right, so let's do this. All right. So go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. And just let it go with the sigh. Exhale. Release it. Do that again. Inhaling through your nose. Big full breath. Hold at the top. Soften the shoulders. And sigh it out. Exhale. Release the breath. Do that one more time. Inhale through your nose. Fill up. Expanding the ribs. Right side ribs, back ribs. Holding at the top. Hold the breath. Relax your shoulders. Try and inhale a little bit more. See if you can. Hold on to that. Hold it. And release it. Sigh. Exhale. All the breath out. All right. Start to come into your Ujjayi breath. Steadying the breath in and out through your nose. Inhaling. Make that soft sound. Exhaling. Same. Coming into the breath, the sound of the breath, the feeling of the breath. So just tuning in, checking in, noticing how everything's feeling this morning. How easy is it to come into the breath? Just noticing how your body's feeling this morning. We've been at this sort of new normal for a few weeks now. And so just notice how it's landing. And I was thinking about that earlier, you know, like, does my body like this less activity thing? I think partly it does and partly it doesn't. So just notice how this is all landing for you, how you're feeling today. And there, you know, it just is what it is, right? You can't change reality. So try not to get judgy about it. You know, either good or bad, because just notice, right? And you can observe. Just notice the effect. But for me, I do kind of feel like everything just wants to kind of move around and stretch a little bit and, you know, like do stuff. So, I think that's partly why we're at yoga in the first place, right? Is to just move around. So we'll definitely try and just move in all the ways. Have a nice variety of things. So with that in mind, I'm just kind of noting how you're doing right now at the start of class. And then we'll start to move. So wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, circle the wrists and the ankles. Taking a stretch as you're ready, reach the arms overhead. Stretch the legs out. And then allow the arms to just circle out wide, feeling your shoulders, and then hug your knees in. Round the spine. Maybe lift your head up off the floor and bring your forehead towards your knees. You can rock a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. All right, let's take a twist. Take your legs over to the left. Your head can come back down onto the floor. Right arm reaches, right shoulder to the mat or near the mat. And then let's take a couple breaths with the arm just reaching straight out from the shoulder. That's nice. And then let's just move the right hand. So lifting it more up. Hand on the floor. So your hand will stay on the floor, but we're kind of just slowly bringing it towards a more overhead position. Try and soften the shoulder blade down because it may want to creep up. Just feel what you feel in your chest and your shoulder as you slowly bring your arm overhead. We're still in the twist, so the knees are just heavy to the left. And then bring your arm back down slowly. Feel the stretchy stuff, feel your shoulder. Let your hand be heavy to the floor. And let it just come all the way down. All the way down, see how that feels. And then bring it back. My right shoulder. Oh, okay. Back to straight out to the side, like we usually do. And let's bring the legs back up to center. So just notice the difference between your two sides, in your shoulders, and your hip, and your back, right? Just appreciate. And then let's do the same thing, go to the other side. Legs to the right. Left arm reaching. Left shoulder heavy towards the floor. So just take a couple of breaths and just let your arm kind of be heavy, let gravity do its thing. And then same kind of just slow motion. Hand stays heavy to the floor, but we'll just bring the arm overhead. Super slow. Super slow. I don't know about you, but for me, it feels pretty stretchy the whole way up. It definitely feels stretch in my chest, across my armpit, all the way down. Like I feel it in my hand even. So just notice. Notice what you feel, notice where you feel it. All the way overhead, moment. And then we'll bring it back. Slowly take it back. Feel all the feels. Keep your shoulder blade just away from your neck. It's gonna move around on your back, but try not to let it pull up. And then as your hand comes past straight out, let it come down, down, down. So it's kind of at the edge of your mat. And then bring it back.
straight out. And bring the knees back up to center. Oh, dokey, nice. So shoulders, that's pretty good. Let's do a thread the needle. Bring your feet to the floor. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. And let's grab onto the back of the left leg and draw that in. And if you want, you can have a little soft rocking side to side and just feel out your hip and see how everything feels. And settling back to center, we're going to let go. So you're going to use your left leg to keep your right leg in where it is. You bring your hands behind your head. We're turning through the needle into a little bit of core work. So hands behind your head so you can cradle the weight of your head in your arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders. Get as close to your right shin as you can. Right, pull your right shin in towards you. Lift your shoulder blades up off the floor. Feel your abs. Right, now we're gonna take it out. So head comes down, reach the legs away. Maybe your right leg gets straight, but your foot stays off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, pull it back in. All the way in, lift the head and shoulders straight. Inhale, stretch it out. We're not going to do that many of these, but we are going to do a few. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Maybe I should say several. Exhale, squeeze. We're going to do 2 more. Squeeze into a little ball. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, pull it in. 1 more. Straighten the leg. And then curl into a little ball. All right, hold it there. Hold it just a tiny bit longer. And then release it. Come on down. Oh my goodness. Release the legs. Just send them out long. Down there. Okay, nice. Let the fronts of the hips open. I don't know about you, but I really feel my hips open right now. Okay, switch it. So we cross the other way. Left ankle over the right knee. And start with the stretch. So grab onto the back of your right leg and just pull it in. Stretch yourself. And if you want, you can add a little rocking side to side. Just easy. Easy. Just notice what that does to the stretch as you let your legs kind of go from one side to the other. See how that feels. We're going to let go of the leg. So your hip flexors, your legs are going to have to do a little bit of work keeping your legs in here. All right, so hands behind your head. If you're interlacing, let's do the opposite interlace here too. Why not? All right, inhale. Exhale, meet the legs, lift your head and shoulders. Right, and again, get as close as you can. Use your right leg, to push your left leg in towards you. I'm actually doing the same side as you guys are doing. All right, so you're in a tiny ball, squeeze. Take an inhale and stretch it out. Your head and shoulders can come down, but hover the left foot off the floor, right foot off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, stretch it out. Oh, get long, hover the heel. Exhale, squeeze it in, round. Inhale, stretch it out. We got 2 more. Exhale, squeeze, curl in. Inhale, reach it out. Last one. Exhale, curl into a little ball. Inhale, stretch. All right, squeeze it back. Hold it here. Lift a little higher. Oh my goodness. And come on down. Oh, everything to the floor. Extend the legs. Oh, right, stretch. My goodness. All right, let's come up to seated. Rock and roll forward and back a time or 2. We'll sit for, not too long, a couple minutes maybe. If you want to sit up on a blanket or a block or something, oh my
gosh, okay. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pulling the hands through center. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, through the midline. Let's Om on this next exhale. Bringing the hands to the heart. Inhale. Gazing at your fingertips or closing your eyes. Set an intention for practice. Maybe coming to class with a curiosity, right? Of just exploring and seeing what feels good, what makes sense for your body today. Maybe it's extra, maybe it's less. I don't know. Right? But take each pose as it comes and just see how it feels. All right, take a big breath here. Inhale. Sigh it up. Exhale. Releasing the hands down, opening the eyes. Inhale, sweep up. And let's just take a little stretch over to the side. Reach up and over. Lengthen the left side. Over to the right, I should say. Up to center. Inhaling, exhaling. Soften the left shoulder down. Back up to center. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands. Let's do just 2 more quick stretches here. Switch the cross of your legs. All right, we're going to interlace and let's go forward. Turn the palms inside out and press forward. So we're rounding the spine, right? Hollow out the belly. Let's go straight up to the sky. Inhale, pressing the palms up. Then exhale, release to bring the hands behind you. Do the opposite interlace with the other thumb on top. Inhale, lifting the chest, reaching the knuckles back and down. You can lift your chin for a breath or two if you like. Actually, you can keep it there or slowly bring your chin down towards your chest. Take a breath or two here. Feel free to lift the knuckles up away from the floor if that feels good in your body. All right, and then gently releasing. Give the shoulders a little shake. Yeah. All right, so let's roll over the knees. Coming out to hands and knees. And let's give ourselves a little extra space today. So instead of stacking the wrists under the shoulders, let's walk the hands like a really generous hand, like giant handprint forward. And we'll move a little bit more today, forward and back. So as you inhale, come forward, let the hips melt down towards the floor. You can bend your elbows as much as you like. Let your shoulders come up by your ears and just circle it around. Stretch out the belly. Lean a little bit side to side. And then when you're ready, because your arms will get tired, press back. Round the spine, send the hips back, and then stretch out that way. That's nice. So we'll do like that 2 more times. Coming forward, and you can spend as long as you like forward. Hands wider if that's more comfortable. You may like that a little bit better right now. You can widen the hands a little bit. Lean, right? Dip the chin. Do all the things that we always say don't do in up dog, right? It's not that it's bad to do, it's just that it's not upward facing dog, right? Back. All the way back. Stretch back. One more time. Coming forward. Right, enjoy the stretch. Circling the shoulders. Maybe it would feel really good to open the mouth nice and wide and release the jaw. Little lion's breath. All right, and then take it back. Bring the big toes to touch. Let's come all the way back into child's pose. All right, take a moment here
Just relaxing the forehead to the floor, soften the shoulders, maybe circle the wrists. Just a little ease, a little softness, a little sukha. Okay, come on back up. Let's come into tabletop. So this time we'll be stacked. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Lengthen the tailbone away, right? Send the sternum forward. Let's reach the right leg back. Send it back, lift the belly. Smooth, steady breath. All right, so we're gonna kind of make a big movement out of this. Inhale, reach up, open up. Peel the right arm up towards the ceiling, right? So it's kind of like you're in half mode on your shin. Take an inhale. Exhale, wrap the right arm under. Let the hip drop down a little bit and really reach it away. Steady, right? Peel it back up. Open the hip, open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, wrap it under, right? And reach the arm under, right? And then bring it back. Woo! It's a little bouncy. Inhale. Really root through the left shin. Right, last time, wrap it under. You can let the right hip come down. Inhale, bring it back up. Lift the lifted leg, maybe look up. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Bring the hand down. Bring the knee down. Just take a moment, appreciate the difference between your two sides. And let's just head right into the other side. Send your left leg. Lift the belly. Right, energize the lifted leg. Let's peel it open. Root it to the right shin, left shin, right shin, right shin. Half moon. Maybe look up. Well, half moon on your shin. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it under. So rooting the right shin down. Reach the left arm under. And then bring it back. Open up. Squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Wrap. Inhale. Open up one more time. Exhale. Let the left hip come down a little bit. Wrap it under. Inhale. Open it back up. Energize the lifted leg. Maybe look up. And bring it down. Top hand down. Knee down. Take a moment. Sit back. Right, just appreciate, feel the feels. All right, we're gonna make our way into downward facing dog. So as you're ready, come on up, walk the hands a little forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Pedal the heels out a time or two if you like, shake your head out. Right, all that stuff is good. And then as you're ready, settling in, steadying your down dog. Check in with the hands. Are you pressing evenly through the hands? Wrap the inner arm forward, hug the tricep in. Soften the tips of the ribs in so you have some lift in the belly. And then press the thighs back. Press the thighs back. Keep the rib tips hugging into the body. Take another breath here. Shift forward into plank pose, top of a push-up. Inhaling. Exhaling, head back into downward facing. So let's do that a few more times. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And then walk it back. Walk your hands back, back, all the way back to the back of your mat. Bend your knees as much as you like, and just hang your forward fold. Your arms can dangle. You can grab opposite elbows. Right, if you're holding your elbows, just switch which forearm you have underneath. Put the other one on top, the other one under. All right, we're going to slowly roll up. But from here, releasing elbows if you're holding on. Everything stays just how it is right now. We're just going to lift the hip bones up and reach the tailbone down towards the floor. Arms dangle, heads heavy. Hold the hip bones off your thighs slowly. Reach your tailbone down towards the floor. Lengthen the tailbone down. And then just keep going. When the pelvis feels kind of neutral, just keep going, stacking the vertebrae until you're standing all the way up. Okay. Let's just circle the shoulders a time or two. Right, circle the other way. Okay. Standing tall in Tadasana. The big toes can touch, the feet can be together if you like, or you can have some space between your feet. But just stand tall. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe close your eyes. And just center yourself. And you center your weight in your feet. So you're not in the left or the right. Maybe lean into the left foot and lean into the right foot. And then find where you're not leaning into either foot, but you're even. Right, and then do the same front to back. Lean forward, lean back. Right, can you find the center? It's just a fun experiment because it's challenging even under the best circumstances. Right, even when everything is just so. Right, finding that center place is difficult. Trying to just be this nice, like it's like you're trying to find the eye of the storm, right? Especially these days. So don't feel bad if it's really easy getting knocked off your center. We're in a really tumultuous time and there's a lot of forces. It's easy to lose. Use your breath. You can always come back to center. Just have to realize that you lost it, and then you can make your way back. All right. Maybe keep your eyes closed. You keep your eyes closed. Imagine you're here in the studio. Turn your palms out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold in half. Come all the way down. Keep a little engagement of the glutes. Inhale, lift and lengthen forward. Send the heart forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, empty the breath, fold back down. Squeeze your glutes, lift your chest, send the arms out wide. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, pressing the palms, pull the hands through center. Hands down, palms out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, up and over. Hinge at the hips and fold in. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Zip your belly. Soft bend the knees. We're going to walk the hands out into down dog, but slowly. Right, so planting the palms on the floor. Start to walk your hands out. Press your thighs back. Like you're trying to keep your hips over your knees. Walk your hands out. Walk your hands out. Try to keep your hips over your heels. Walk your hands out. Of course they won't, but resist, right? Resist. Press the thighs back. Your hips will have to move. It's the only way you can get into down dog. But we're going to make the body as long as possible, right? Press the thighs back, resist the hips coming forward. You're almost there. Your body, your arms are as long as they can be. Downward facing dog. Legs active, thighs pressing back. All right. Lift your head enough so that your ears line up with your upper arms. Right, lengthen the crown of the head to the spot right between your thumbs. Keep that feeling of lengthening through the crown of your head and come forward into plank pose. Maybe your eyes are still closed. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Lengthen back through your heels. Just feel your shoulders over your wrists, right? Don't see it, just feel that they're there. Take one more inhale, lengthen a little more forward. Exhale, bend your elbows. Keep the legs active, let's lower to the floor. All the way down. Scooch back a bit, okay. Maybe your eyes are still closed. Reach your hands back by your hips. Curl the tailbone under. Inhale, lift up. Head, chest, feet, knees, thighs, Shalabhasana. Exhale, bring it down. All the way down, take a breath. We'll come back up. Inhale, lift. Head, chest, legs. Turn the palms to face the floor. Press the thighs a little higher. And come down. Exhale. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. Feel free to have your eyes still closed. Curl the tailbone under. Inhale, lift the legs, lift the head, the chest, lift the arms. Palms facing down. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Inhale, lift up. Stay up, exhale, bring your hands back by your hips. 2 more times. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale the hands back by your hips. 1 more, press those legs up. Inhale, reach overhead, lift the chest, lift the arms. Exhale, bring them back. Lift up, inhale. Come on down, exhale. Whew. All right, appreciate what had to work to help you do that. All right, pressing up off the floor. My shoulder. While it feels better, I'm nervous. I don't want to mess with it too much. So I'm going to do knees plank still, just to err on the side of caution. But feel free to do straight leg plank if your body will tolerate that right now. So as you're ready, tuck the tail, inhale. Exhale, press the floor away. Plank, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. Stretch, right? That feels pretty good. Stretch the backs of your legs. Get the spine nice and long. Right, so as much as the crown of the head is lengthening towards the floor between your thumbs, your tailbone and your sit bones can reach up and away, right? Imagine you're in the studio and you're reaching for that back corner. Where the wall and the ceiling meet at the back of the room. I'm not sure where you are, or how far away that is for you, but right, lengthen. Take 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, float, bring your feet to your hands, lift the chest, lengthen, come halfway up, inhale. Fold back down, exhale. Come all the way up, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath. Here. Let's keep going. Release the hands down. Turn the palms out. Inhale, stretching. Exhale, up and over, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down, stepping back, right foot, left foot, back into our plank pose. Tucking the tailbone under, right, breathe. Let's bring the right forearm down onto the floor and the left forearm down onto the floor. So we're in our forearm plank pose. Pressing through the hands, the forearms, right, lifting the middle of the back up towards the ceiling. Take one more breath here. Bring the knees down, flatten your feet, lift your chest, Sphinx pose, hips to the floor too, of course. Curl the tailbone under, heart up. Draw the fronts of the shoulders back. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, take a break, come on down. Let the elbows go out to the sides. Little waggle of the hips. All right, let's do Sphinx pose again. Come on up. Drawing the heart forward, lifting the chest. Curl the tailbone under. Right, breathe. All right, let's give it a whirl. Press the tops of the feet. Lifting the heart. Is it possible to reach your arms back and maintain this lift? I'm going to say not exactly. Lift up, inhale, and let it all come on down. Exhale. Whew. Okay. We are going to come back onto our forearms, but so we can do forearm plank. So, elbows under. Hands shoulder distance. So see if you can really press the hands apart so they're shoulder distance apart. Elbows under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Lift your belly, your hips, your thighs, your knees. Forearm plank. Right? Curl the tailbone under. Breathe. Press through the forearms. Let's come back to regular plank. Lean into the left arm. Plant your right hand. Push yourself back up to plank. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Okay. Reach your right leg up and back into the air. Turn the toes out, lift the hip, bend the knee. Take your stretch. Let that feel good. Sink the right heel to the floor. All right. Squaring the hips off. Straighten your right leg. Reach back. Inhale. Exhale your knee to your nose. Round the spine. Squeeze it in. Inhale, reach it up and back. Touch your right arm with your knee. Shift forward. Inhale, reach. Touch your left arm with your knee. Lean in. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale to flip between the hands. Round the spine. Step forward. Come into crescent pose. Lift up. Inhale up. Good. Sending the tailbone long. Let's open the arms wide like a T. Turn the palms up to face the ceiling. I'm going to turn and face you. Right palms up. Hips up. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Take the twist. Reach your right arm straight back behind you. Root through the inseam of your front foot. Right, and firm the outer right hip in as I look at myself. Keep the twist. Look forward. Reach the left hand forward. Bring your left hand to the floor. Inside the front foot. Reach your right arm up. Maybe look up and see your thumb. If you have the juice for Vashisthasana, sweep the right foot back. Stack your feet or float the top foot. Lengthen the tailbone. Maybe look up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the top hand down. Take a vinyasa of your choosing. I think all you guys, yeah, same people, you know how to take a vinyasa. Feel free to rest. We'll meet in down dog. Sending the hips up and back. All right. So let's just shift back forward into plank pose. Tailbone lengthening towards the heel. Yeah. All right, so this time left forearm down. Right forearm down. Back into our forearm plank. Tailbone under. Breathe. Pressing through the floor with your hands, your forearms. Right, press down to lift yourself up away from the mat. Awesome. One more breath here. Let's come down Sphinx. Drop the knees, flatten the feet. Whew, if you want to lift a little higher, you can. Scoop the heart forward. Engage the upper back. Melt the pubic bone down. Right, and try and get the upper back to arch. Oh, inhale. Exhale, come on down. Soften for a moment. We're going to do that one more time. Draw your shoulders away from your neck, either on your forearms or your hands. Find the back bend. Draw the heart forward. Maybe the elbows pick up. It's a subtle pulling with the hands to help draw the heart forward. Right? Scooping the chest through. Melt the pubic bone down. Take another breath. Heart up. Press through the feet to activate the thighs. And then bring it down. Down, all the way down. Okay, soften. We're going to come back into forearm plank. So elbows under the shoulders. Melt the shoulder blades down. Tuck the toes. Peel yourself up off the floor. Right, knees, hips, everything up. Heart goes forward. Okay, so just one time. Bring the big toes together. Pick your right foot up and just shift and try and touch your elbow to your knee. I mean your knee to your arm. Your elbow to your knee. Your knee to your arm. And then send it back. Try the other side. Touch your knee to your arm. Same side, left side, left side. Bring it back. All right, we're pressing through plank. Plant your left hand. Plant your right hand. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Right, shoo. Okay. Send your left leg up into the air. Turn the toes out, lift the hip and the knee. All right, come into the stretch. Enjoy that. And then squaring it off. Outer right hip, left hip down. Inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose. Pull it in. Inhale, reach it up and back. Touch your left knee to your left arm. Shift forward. Inhale, reach. One more time. Cross the body, touch your right arm. Inhale, reach the leg. Exhale, step your foot between your hips. Soft bend the back knee. Let's come up, crescent pose. Inhale, rise. It is a balance pose, right? Every time you come into it, lift the hip bones up, lengthen the tailbone down. Get long. Let's open the arms. Palms facing up, inhale. Exhale, twist. Right, reach the left arm back to open the chest. Scoop the pinky edges of the hands up, and let's firm the outer left hip in. Try and drop it down and lengthen the left side of the waist. Oh, that's a challenging action here. Take one more breath. Keep the twist. Reach forward. Right hand comes down. Left arm reaches up. Still twisting. Press the back leg straight. Maybe Vashisthasana or half of Vashisthasana. You can step halfway back or all the way back, floating the foot. Lift the hips. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale. Good. Take it down. Whew. Through the vinyasa, straight to down dog. Maybe you rest. In the child's pose. Take a couple breaths. We'll meet in down dog. Just getting a sip of tea. All right. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Press back, inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, float your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Firm the glutes, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms. Utkatasana, chair pose. Right, draw the belly back. Lengthen up while you mount the shoulder blades away from your neck. Good, sit back into the heels. Take one more breath, maybe looking up if you're not already. Inhale, fold, exhale. All the breath out, shake out your head. All right, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands are down. You can step the left foot back, or if you're ready to jump it back, go ahead and jump, right, through the vinyasa, or not. All right, we'll meet in down dog, of course. Send the right leg up and back into the air, inhale. Exhale, rounding the spine, pull it forward, warrior one. All right, come on up. Couple of breaths in the pose. Right, lifting the hip bones up, hip bones lifting, tailbone lengthening. Scoop it up, and then at the same time, can we draw the rib tips in? Okay, hands to your heart. Lengthen forward. Keep pinning the left hip, right hip back. Right, lean into your right foot for warrior three. Okay, arms can go wide or overhead. Right, maybe the outer left hip comes down. If your arms are overhead, bring them out wide. And then we're just gonna slowly peel open like we did this morning on our hands and knees. Lift the left hip, reach the right fingertips down towards the floor. Ardha Chandrasana, gently bring the fingertips down. Yeah, take a breath. Warrior two, bend the right knee, reach the left foot back, land. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Keep the reverse, straighten the front leg. Trikonasana, lift up. Hold the right hip under, go out into the pose. Lengthen forward, bottom hand comes down, top arm reaches, wide across the chest. Maybe look up. All right, back into Ardha Chandrasana. Bend the front knee. Reach the right hand forward. Come into the pose. Right, firming the glutes. Maybe keep looking down. Float the right fingertips, and can you come back into warrior three? What? Yes. Do it. Energize the lifted leg. Back into warrior one. Bend. Lift the hips. Maybe look up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Okay. So just take a second. Maybe bring the back knee to the floor. We're going to turn the right toes out and just let the knee go out to the side. I'm going to turn to face you just in case you're not sure what I'm talking about. And just let it come out to the side. Let your hip decompress. Right, just give it a moment. Oh my goodness. Right, enjoy that stretch. Then when you're ready, right, plant your hands. Step the right foot back. Right, appreciate the difference between your two sides. And maybe take a vinyasa. Maybe go straight to downward facing dog. Feel free to rest in child's pose. Totally fine. All right, from down dog. Of course, we're gonna do that on the other side. So send your left leg up into the air. Inhale. Exhale. Round. Pull it through. Warrior one. Back heel drops. Outer left hip back. Inhale. Rise up. Lengthen the outer left hip back, right? You want to feel kind of hugging in even now. Basically for this whole thing, but you know, let's start right now. Okay, one more breath here. Make the space. Lift the back ribs off your waist. Remember the hands up. Leaning forward. Step my foot back a little bit. Into warrior three. Right, find it. Outer left hip, right hip down. Arms can go out wide. Nose up or overhead. A couple breaths. Energize the lifted leg. All right, if they're not already out wide like a T, open the arms and like lift up out of the bottom leg as you rotate. Right, make some space for yourself. Opening up and then gently bringing the left fingertips to the floor. A couple of breaths in the pose Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe looking up at your top thumb. You haven't already done that. All right. Warrior two. Bend. Reach the right foot back. Find a pose. Bend into the front knee. Cut the outer left hip back. Firm it back in it. Squeeze your glutes. Take the reverse. Up and back. Feel the stretch. Straightening the front leg. Reverse Trikonasana. Lifting the heart up. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Reach forward. Reach, reach. Hand down. Trikonasana. Repeat that Trikonasana. Cut the outer left hip back and in. Right, lengthen the left side. Ardha Chandrasana. Bend your left knee. Reach your left hand forward. Find the pose. All right, we're almost there. Feel free to keep looking down. Right, lift up out of that hip and slowly rotate. Coming back to warrior three. Right, maybe. Whoa, back to warrior one. Oh my goodness. Reach up, maybe look up, inhale, exhale, hands down. Okay, hold on, take the stretch. Drop the back knee. Oh my goodness. Turn the toes out, your left hip maybe kind of screaming at you right now. Just let it relax. If you need a moment to just get out of it, you can sit back and that might help calm it down if it's kind of screaming at you. But if this is feeling good, great. Just keep with it. Good job, everybody. All right. Bring it back as you're ready. Stepping back to take a vinyasa or to rest. Right, you can decide. Right, that back bend is looking pretty good right about now. Oh, all right. Downward facing dog. Good job, everybody. Hips nice and warm. Drawing the belly in, right? Pulling the hip bones up towards the ribs. Keeping the abs engaged. Press back. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, float, feet to hands. Lift up halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, again. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna turn to face. From here, we're gonna pick the left foot up, cross the ankle above the knee, just like our thread the needle. Bring our hands behind our backs and reach the knuckles back and away and lean into this stretch. Right? Oh, let the hip open up. Reach back through the knuckles. Gently release the bind, reaching the arms overhead. Send the hips back. See if you can sink in a little deeper. Oh, take one more breath. Back into your chair pose. We're gonna switch the legs. Take a moment. Notice your two sides. Your right side's like, give me a break. Cross. Bring the hands behind. Do the opposite interlace, right? Lift the shoulders, open the chest, and sink the hips back. Come into the stretch. Just pick a steady gazing point. It's very useful. One more breath with the stretch in the arms. Release the bind. Arms overhead. See if you can sit a little deeper. Sit the hips down. Melt the shoulder blades away from your neck. One more breath. Back to chair pose. Reach up, look up, inhale, exhale. Fold, shake it out. Take a breath. Okay. Moment here. Maybe I'll stay facing this way. Bring the big toes to touch if they're not already. Lift your heels. Bring your hips down so you're in a heel lifted squat. And we're going to take one round of Bakasana, or try to anyway. So, hand shoulder distance. Bend your elbows back towards your ankles. Lift your hips up. Lean out into your fingers. Lean out into your fingers. Scoop your belly. Pick your feet up off the floor. Right, maybe you can get your arms to straighten. Maybe they don't. It doesn't really matter. Right, play with it. Chaturanga. Okay. Take a vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. All right, very nice. So we're actually going to come back into that figure 4 that we were just doing with our legs. So why not, let's pick the left leg up first, since we stretched it first, and cross the left ankle above the right knee. Walk it back. Walk it back. Okay. We're going to attempt the arm balance, Ekapada, Galavasana, one-legged flying pigeon pose. And maybe a little variation of just keeping the back knee in, and moving it over to the arm like crow pose, just for fun. All right, so you really need to get into that stretch because it's important to get your shin as close to your armpits as possible. So this morning when we were doing that core work in our, or earlier this morning I should say, when we were doing that core work in our thread the needle, this is it. We just now flipped it around, right? So tuck it in, right? And then you just want to get your shin in your armpits. Lean forward, right? Pick the back knee up, right? Maybe you keep it back there and you just bring it over towards your right elbow, right? Or if you're up for straightening it, reach the leg back. Wait, my shin move. Okay. When you need to take a break, you'll take a break. Right, shake out the wrists. Of course, we're going to try that on the other side. So let's walk ourselves back out into downward facing dog. We're going to cross the right ankle above the left knee. And you can bend your left knee to walk it back. All right. So a couple breaths, you can just kind of hang out in that same position that we were in from chair pose. All right, let your hips stretch a little bit. It's helpful. All right. Then you try and get your hands to the floor. What you're ideally doing is hooking your shoulder with your toes. Like you're really hooking that around. So your shin is pretty well in your armpits, right? Your shin is in your armpits. Lift up, right, breathe. So the leg can reach straight back, or if you want, you can bring it around like a crow pose. Yeah. All right. Easier if you straighten the leg first, I guess. It's okay if that seems impossible. It felt impossible to me too when I first started doing it. I was just like, how the heck am I ever supposed to do this? My shin's never gonna stay forward. Even once I could get my back foot up off the floor, there was no way I could straighten my leg. It took forever. So don't worry. The impossible part is half the fun, right? The fact that something at one point felt impossible, then slowly over time becomes possible is, is the good stuff. It's good if you can't do it. It's just something to practice, aim for. All right, I'm gonna take a sip. And yeah, if you're not too tired, of course, this is the point of the program where we do a little bit of upside down time. So give your wrists a little shake, circle them around. If you would rather do Panchamayurasana, or I think all of you guys know your inversions. So do whatever upside down thing makes the most sense for you right now. And if that means you're putting your legs up the wall and taking a quick break, that's fine too. I made myself kind of sweaty. My hair sticking to my neck. It's not very long, but it's sticking to my neck. Okay. I think I'm going to do Panchamayurasana today. Been doing a bit of handstands, and I think today I'm going to do a little forearm balance. So you guys do whatever you're going to do. We'll take a couple of minutes so that we have some time to do a little bit of back bending, and I think we'll come onto our bellies for our back bends today. Okay, so as you're ready, pick your pleasure. Maybe forearms, maybe hands, use your walls. Or your furniture, like a sofa, is also a lovely inversion prop to put your feet on and stuff like that. So if you can access the back of your sofa, you can get your feet a little higher. If that doesn't work, use the front, but furniture is pretty useful. So don't be afraid to get creative with furniture in your house. All right, I'm going up. Right, so whatever you're doing, just make sure that you're not holding your breath, right? Working so hard that you can't breathe, right? That it's just making you hold your breath the whole time, right? So. Breathe. I couldn't talk through that necessarily. I was kind of concentrating. So let's take one more minute in case you have a little bit more upside down stuff that you want to do. Take one more minute, and then we're going to actually come lie on our bellies and do a couple of things from there. All right, one more. One more. I'll keep it moving. Right, it's good to alternate your legs that you are kicking up with. It's just good for your brain. Just like we switch to interlace, we switch the cross of our legs, our elbows. right? For our arms, I guess. It's good to mix it up here too, even if you may not want to. We definitely have our favorite ways of doing it, like the easier way. All right. So I almost came down with my same leg that I always do, and I had to switch it while I was up there. Catch myself. Whew, okay, well, my arms are a little bit tired after all that stuff. So we're gonna lie on our bellies. I just felt like Dhanurasana today, so we're doing Dhanurasana. Couple of rounds, and then we'll actually stay on our bellies and do a couple more things from position. Well, maybe do a child's pose in between. So if you're not already, let's go ahead and lie down. Yeah, just checking the time, making sure I'm not getting carried away. Okay, on your belly. That's nice. Okay, so remembering that Dhanurasana is bow pose, and the bow being a bow and arrow bow, right? So this pose is strong. It does require a significant amount of effort, so do what you can, and again, make sure that you're breathing. It's easy to kind of hold your breath here, so breathe into your chest, breathe into your back, right? You know, find the steadiness with your breath. Find some sweetness with your breath too. Why not? So I like to grab my actual ankles if I can. And these pants are a little bit loose, so I can grab my ankles. All right. Keep your legs nice and close. Curl the tailbone under. Inhale, kick your feet back to lift your chest. And then peel your thighs up off the floor. Hug the knees in. Lift the chest a little higher, legs actively pushing away, right? Push away and lift them up. Push away and lift them up. Curl the tailbone under and come on down. Right, release it. My knees got a little wide, I feel that now. We're trying to keep the legs relatively close to each other. Hip distance apart if possible. So let's do that again. Let's lift up. Well, grab your ankles. I haven't even done that part yet. Curl the tailbone under. Inhale, lift. Right, kick the feet back. Peel the thighs up off your mat if you can. Right, then kick your feet back again. Lift your feet, scoop your heart, pubic bone down, and come on down. Whew. It is hard to breathe in there because your belly's on the floor, and it does have an impact on your diaphragm, which is, of course, your main muscle of breathing. Okay. If you have the energy to do that one more time, I promise it's going to get a lot easier after this. I promise. So, if you got it, let's do one more Dhanurasana. The bow and arrow bow, right? You got this. All right, grab on. Knees close, feet close. Lift the shoulders. Inhale, kick the shins back. Press the pubic bone down. Peel the thighs off the floor. Hug your knees in. Curl the tailbone under. Lift your chest. Lift your chest a little higher. Lift your thighs a little higher. Curl the tailbone under. Last breath, hug those knees in. Come on down. Whew. Okay. Good work, everybody. Windshield wiper the shins. Consider bending the knees, right? Just side to side. Okay, settling the legs, bring the feet down, bring the big toes together. Let's take a couple breaths in child's pose. Take your time pressing back. Ooh. Right. Hips to the heels. feels. Melt it down. Right? Just notice how your back feels. Appreciate all the things that had to work to help you do Dhanurasana. It's definitely a pose that requires some effort, right? Some effort from a lot of parts of you. Okay, so we're going to take this briefly into tabletop. So coming forward, we're not going to stay there though. We're going to do thread the needle with the upper. So let's reach the right arm out to the right and then just thread it under. Thread it under until your shoulder can come to the floor, the side of your head to the floor. You can keep your legs like this, or you can kind of kick your right foot, no, start your left foot back, opening the chest. You can even bring it out to the side if you like. Open the chest. The left hand can stay on the floor, it can slide up, it can wrap around. I kind of like my hand just on the floor, kind of overhead a little bit, but you do what makes sense for you. And try and release the upper back. Right, release the back. I'm trying to round my spine here. It's easier because my hand's on the floor for me. My hand was around behind it. It would be harder to do. All right, one more breath. And unraveling, bringing your foot back. All right, same thing going the other way. Reach the left arm and sweep it under. Right, and as your shoulder comes down, your head comes down, you can kick the right foot back or maybe out to the side. The right arm up and over, overhead. I don't know what feels good. I like my hand on the floor overhead, but you can choose whatever you like. Take another breath here. All right, and then unravel. Take your time. Back to center. Sit the hips back. A breath in the child's pose. Slowly come on up. Okay. Bringing the legs out front for Dandasana. These pants, like, buzz totally sticks to them, so I keep seeing like funny things. I'm gonna let it go. Sit tall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Oh my gosh, let the back get nice and long. Inhale, lift your chest, come halfway up, and then lengthen out again. Lengthen, lengthen. Oh my goodness. Right, try not to get too caught up in, you know, your pants like I was doing, your toes, right? I know. Maybe close your eyes. And just feel the stretches, right? It's fine to close your eyes. If it helps you tune in, right? We don't want to close the eyes if we then tune out, right? But if it helps you be less distracted, close your eyes. Take one more breath. Maybe sinking a little deeper. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale. Release the rest of the way. Give your legs a little shake. Okay, we're going to go legs out wide. Upabhishta. I'm just going to turn on my mat. Okay. Legs out. All right. Sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands forward. Coming into the stretch. So we're going to add a little bit of variation here today. So from your stretch to center, lift up so you can walk over to the right side. Right, turning, rotating. Maybe even dropping the left shoulder down and peeling the right shoulder open, kind of turning past your right leg. Your torso may not go past, but you're just kind of rotating around and facing away. It won't be that much, but a little bit. Right. Press the left leg back. And just feel the stretch on the left side. If it's possible for you to reach and grab the pinky edge of your right foot, you can definitely do that with your left hand. And I'm kind of pushing with my right hand into the floor to help me rotate a little bit. All right, gently release that. Walk it around to the other side. It will come back to center. Walk it around. So if you can't reach your foot, it's fine. You'll just be wherever you are, right? But get long over the leg and then use your left hand to see if you can push and open the chest so you're starting to turn to face behind you a little bit. It's not going to be a huge rotation, but we just want to feel a little bit of rotation in the spine. So the right thigh presses back, but we can also lengthen the outer left hip back. Right, so lengthen that away, press the right thigh away. Maybe you catch the pinky edge of your left foot with your right hand. Try to keep the legs neutral, basically, and get the movement to come in the torso. Stop. All right. Releasing back to center. Long stretch forward. Let's take a couple breaths here. Just get as long as you can. All right, slowly, gently. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Shoo. All right, hooking the knees. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna lie down. So just take a moment. All right, let that out. Okay. I'm gonna turn back so I can lie down. Hold on to the backs of your legs. Roll it back. Once you're on your back, right, maybe you hug your knees and you rock a little bit. Maybe you do a happy baby. Right, you have a moment, maybe a breath or two in the going cross in the legs, just to stretch the hips in a little bit of a different way than we did most of class with the knees out wide. And then switching to the other side. So, not trying to do like the biggest, longest hip stretch here, but just a little bit of a different stretch than the one we did. And all those thread the needles and the figure four and all that. Okay, gently release that. And, any other stretchy things. Right, if you want to take an easy twist lying down, feel free to do that. Extending the legs as you're ready. Right, turning the palms to face the ceiling. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. And just set yourself up for Shavasana. Right, back to the shoulders, melt into the floor. Let your body be heavy. Let your body relax. you find any gripping or tension anywhere in the body, soften. Do your best to relax fully. Whole body resting. Whole body heavy, soft. Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Bringing your awareness back into your body. Gentle movements, waving fingers, toes. Maybe stretching the arms overhead, stretching the legs. Just take your time. When you're ready, hug your knees. One last squeeze, rocking, rolling over to your right side. A moment or two there, just allowing Shavasana to occur. Coming up to seated, press the floor away, come to sit, close your eyes. And just take a moment to notice, right? Appreciate the effects of your practice of Shavasana. And notice what's different from when you came onto your mat earlier this morning. Right, and not just physically, hopefully physically, but also hopefully mentally, emotionally, right? All of these things that we move our bodies and it's all connected, right? So it can impact everything. Bring in the palms to press at your heart, snuggle your thumbs into your sternum. And let's close our practice, joining our breath and our voices one more time in a single. Exhaling, Take a full inhale. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, bowing in. As always, grateful for this beautiful practice. Grateful for the goodness it brings to our lives. And anything else. What are you grateful for? You can just pick something specifically for today or come up with sort of a general thing that you're grateful for. It doesn't really matter. Just pick one thing. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope you're all doing okay out there. Enjoying this lovely rainy Thursday. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Feel free to unmute yourselves. I'll unmute you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Everyone.
Christine.
Thank you. Thanks, Christine.
Thanks, everybody.
I learned something new about Zoom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if you scream, it'll tell you that you're muted and you have to unmute if you want to be heard. I
Oh,
was yelling at you.
if you're making sound. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Oh, the big light's turned on.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Good to see your faces.
Nice to see you too. Have a good day.
Look at all those smiles.
You have a great day too. I'm gonna go to the honey store. I think they're open.
It's essential.
Yeah.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.
All right. Bye, everyone. Good to see you guys. Yay. Hi, Tara. Thank you. You're welcome. I'll see you soon.
See you, okay.
Good to see you too. Have a good day.
I will, you too.
You too. Bye.